How long gone? It is Chris Black and my illustrious co-host Jason Stewart. We're coming to you live from the Standard East Village in the hotel room. Beautiful view here on the 19th floor, I gotta say. Sometimes you have to look at your city from a different POV to like really love it, you know?
So you don't have a water view from your apartment, is what you're saying?
No, I don't. And I might never, honestly. You know, I don't know.
You don't want this type of living. When you get closer to the water, the wind.
You're not close to the water at all. You can just see it. Which is nice.
Your perspective is different.
I would rather see it than be near it, honestly. In New York.
Like children.
Yeah, I don't need to be like, what am I going to do?
Not in a weird way.
I'm not getting in the East River.
Not getting East River. Yeah, we're here in the Standard. Shout out to the Standard. I'm in the junior suite. It's got a pillar in the middle of the room, but you know what are you gonna do? I could tie my TRXs up there, and
I was actually
TRXL.
thinking you could do a nice little graph piece as a gift to the Standard. You know what I'm saying? Leave the little TJ behind.
Okay.
And I don't just mean on the sheets. I mean like on the pillar.
They're gonna be like, all right, Mr. Stewart, you have to pay a deep fine, and then one of the hip hop kids who works there, they're like, wait, is that an original jeans? You have to call the police because people are going to start breaking the door down to steal it.
All of a sudden,
Banksy style.
Yeah, this room's the pillar's going to actually be kind of have like a plastic sheath to protect it from any further vandalism.
Oh, you want to rent this room out? Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
18 months probably.
Yeah, I've been seeing all this press lately about Mark Hoppus selling his Banksy, and I'm like, are there any two less cool things that could combine into one Instagram post about him having a $6 million Banksy?
Do you know if it has gone up or down in value since he purchased it?
I would assume up.
Would you?
I mean, if he also maybe he didn't buy it. You know what I'm saying?
Bullish on Banksy?
So it's up. You know what I mean?
Okay, it was a gift.
Like it could have been a gift, or he could have gotten it really, really early.
Yeah.
But I just there's pictures of Mark Hoppus, which I mean he's a legend. Don't get me wrong, but his hair, he's got like the fucking. The bangs in the front spiked up, but it's a lot of hair. It's like 6 inches of hair. Looks fucking crazy.
So it's like
he's 55.
Something about Mary.
Yeah, it's almost got that group. Yes, 100%. That group, like Offspring, like all those guys aged. They look. I saw.
I'm not gonna hold you on the Offspring slander.
Nick Hexum from 311.
This is my Rolodex right here.
Came up on my Explore page. Now that motherfucker looks good. Ripped.
You know why?
Fit.
He spends most of his life on a cruise. He's doing good.
He's relaxed. He's got like 4 kids.
Okay.
It's the whole thing is crazy. He's like Topanga guy.
Big Hex.
I feel like Hex might be a songwriter. He might be successful.
I know the lead guitar player in Incubus is a successful songwriter.
That's so cool.
I forgot. I like Olivia Rodrigo shit.
That's cool. That's cool. I think that's the best case scenario for bands like that.
Yeah. To like have a side,
at least one guy
a side gig that makes a lot of money.
At least one guy can do that.
But then you get into the rich guy in the band, and everyone's like reunion tour, and you're like,
Well, I think those bands are big enough to actually make money on the reunion tour, so it's worth doing it. Of course. But yeah, for sure.
I'm not talking about 311. Okay. They're very liquid. They're amber.
I wonder. Oh man, can you imagine the crowd at a 311 show in 2025?
How many people are there, ironically, and how many are earnest fans?
I think, sadly, it's 90% earnest. 10% ironic on, like, wild drugs.
I think it's a little more like 30%, because there's a lot of people that would go see 311, not in a hater way, but just for the story, for the experience. Or, like, you're living, in a suburb outside of Temecula. They're playing over at Yamava in the casino, and you're like, what else are we going to do this weekend?
Let's make a weekend of this. You know what? Let's check into the casino. I got some parlays I got to look at anyway.
Dude, I was in the elevator this morning, and there was a guy who was like going up to his room, and he's like, what are you doing here? I'm just a little of this. What are you in town for? He's like, there's a DJ in town. He lives in Jersey. He came over the river to get a hotel room for the night because he's going to see some shitty DJ somewhere.
He didn't tell you who the DJ was.
He said what it sounded like was D.O.D. And then
I think he could have said Pauly D was playing at Webster Hall. That's not a joke.
I know. If it was Pauly,
he's from New Jersey,
dude.
I mean that could be
because I was like, never heard of that. What kind of music is it? And he said EDM and house.
That is 100% Pauly D. So you're saying this guy took his Jeep Wrangler over the bridge
by himself?
That's sick.
By himself, got himself a nice hotel room in preparation because Webster Hall is walking distance from here.
100% Pauly D.
This is Pauly D tourism.
I think because
booking a flight for the D man or booking a car or a hotel
when you're
night
from New Jersey,
for the D?
don't get me wrong, there's so many legends from New Jersey, but Pauly D, when kind of the crown prince of your homeland is playing just 45 minutes away.
It's like when Prince plays in Minnesota.
Exactly.
You know, a bird at the top of a tree goes, and everyone's ears perk up when they
comes
know.
up. That's exactly right. That's going to be like me
Even friend of the show, Bon.
When I go to see Ryan Adams on the Heartbreaker 25th anniversary tour in Atlanta, I'm gonna be solo dolo.
Yeah, that show is called Guys with Their Hoodie All the Way Up.
There's nothing
2025.
There's nothing I'm more excited about than going on Ticketmaster.com and buying a single ticket for something. I love doing it. I can't get enough.
This is going to be the single ladies tour, single fellas tour.
Nah, I love getting a single ticket. It feels liberating to go to stuff like that alone, and I think more people should do it. Honestly,
I agree. It's a religious experience. Some people,
especially if it's something you really like,
right?
And like others might detract from your experience. Because they're not on the same level.
Like I
as
am
you.
here to see SZA because I need it spiritually.
Yeah.
I'm not here to have fun.
No, I'm not here to look at a fat ass. And
I'm not here to find a man. I'm not here to do any of that. This is soul cleansing.
I ain't drinking no Chardonnay from the fucking the Barclays bar. I'm going here.
I boof my sea moss.
Yeah, I'm coming here to feel this music and get lifted from the performance, not anything else.
About to cry. That reminds me when I was DJing. On Friday, and this girl wanted to request a song, and I think it was the girl who was having the party in there before, and we were all playing, like dance music.
I would also say the music you were playing is no one in that room could request a song in that in that realm. That's you know what I'm saying?
Something from the Brat album is the only
the
possibility
closest they could get
that in the Venn diagrams, but she asked for a Doechii song, a soulful R&B hip hop song in the middle of like 139 BPM, happy techno hardcore something, and I was like, no, we're not going to play Doechii. And then she looked at me. It reminded me of Landman episode 2, which I watched on the plane when he's telling his wife that their 17-year-old hot daughter broke up with her boyfriend. And the mom's like, how'd she take it? And he's like, she took it like a girl who hasn't been told no since she was 8 years old took it. That's the look that this girl gave me when I said, I'm not going to play a Doechii song right now. And she just stood there like, well, like, what are we going to do about this? Like,
did she like hold it up on her phone, or she said it to you verbally?
She said it to me. She named a song, but I don't recognize it. But
I don't think that
she just couldn't understand.
It's crazy if you've ever been to a nightclub. Requesting something to a DJ is one of the craziest things you can do, in my opinion. I honestly, absolutely insane to do that.
And I agree with you, but also, counterpoint, I've been so drunk that I've done it many times.
I think that that's what everyone's hoping for, of course, but I just think that
you're hoping, like, I think this club would sound better and be more fun if this song was playing. I'm going to go tell the DJ, obviously, they're going to agree with me.
Yeah.
And I will
but
be
I'm saying
Crown Prince.
The dream situation is the DJ is drunk and does it, and you don't have to give him $100 or a blowjob.
Right.
But
there's a chance there's a yes.
But not understanding the difference in genre there is a kind of terrifying oversight.
New York has, LA gets a lot of bad shit, but New York has a special brand of entitlement that's not found anywhere else. And it's exquisite.
I'm sure that rich dork that like she has like a C-suite job at Google and had her birthday at Jeans. She paid $15,000 to host a fake masquerade ball. She don't get told no.
She don't.
She don't get told. Them Jeans the first one told her no in a long time.
She said, "Squeeze me."
But it's more just like I really can't believe that. I mean, I know that people are under the influence of alcohol and drugs in situations like this, but like to not understand that would not fit into what is happening, no matter how badly you want to hear it, in a packed room full of people.
Yeah, and it's usually older people that have that level of
Yes.
of entitlement. When you get the 60-year-old aunt who's like, some salsa music is what you have to play
that's what
right
we
now
need.
for these Gen Z people dancing to net spend right now. We got to hear some salsa.
Was there some net spend on the fucking CDJs?
There was not.
Okay, I've seen a lot of net spend.
I'm too old to listen to 11-year-old white boy rap music.
I've seen the word net spend written out a lot, but
it's a good name. I like the name.
I haven't taken the chance to explore what the music
you haven't
sounds
gone
like.
harmonica mode on
I
it
haven't
yet?
gone harmonica mode. So I mean, actually,
break inside the mind of net spend.
So net spend is a bubbling underground white rapper.
Yeah.
And how old do you think he is actually?
Maybe 16, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, it's like that. Okay.
He could. I mean, but with white rappers like Matt Oxes and those people,
Sure.
you're like,
I forgot about Matt.
You're
Ox.
either 8 or 27. Like I don't know how Lil Xan could be 11 or 31.
Well, it depends on how white trash you are. Because if you're extremely white trash, you kind of look older.
Yeah. You've got some miles on them, but
I don't care how much chrome you put on. I can tell you're from the Tea Park.
It's giving Nomadlandia. Which is like a unique flavor that sometimes you like. But I think also so many of the white rappers are looking more and more feminine, like women. So they're having, like, there's a guy, Hollis.
Yeah.
That a lot of people really like. And he just looks like Tatiana out here.
In L.E. Choppa style.
Much more. Much more. Like he looks like a woman on Game of Thrones type shit.
I gotta look this stuff up because I see the names and I'm like, this name is so stupid. There's no way I will like this, so I give up. But if I knew there was a woman on the other side, that'd be different.
Yeah, I mean, and also I just realized we're participating in 40-year-old guys talk about children rappers.
That's not our fault. That's because of the music business trying to intellectualize music like this and forcing it down our throats. Trust me, I don't want to think about this ever again.
I'm feeling very, hello, fellow children. Do you like music?
You know what I want to think about, and it ain't any music by a guy named Net Spend.
I like the name. Oh, before I forget, shout out to Gotham. They gifted me the Eckhaus Latte couture bong, hand designed and hand painted.
Did you smoke out this?
I have not smoked out of it yet. I'm gonna wait till I get her home before I do so.
This is kind of fly because it's light.
Yeah, you like the weight on it?
But where's the carb?
It's in the separate little bag.
Okay,
right
there's
there.
a carb. I
So
just
she
not to nerd out.
No, it's fine. It's
nice. It's a matching carb. Oh, that's
it's
nice.
a matching
That's
carb.
very nice.
Yeah, it's a little 2-piece.
That's very nice. But when's the last time you hit the bong?
It's been a while. And also Gotham, you can get the bong there. Go on their website or whatever. But Carolyn's brother has a bong company.
Yeah.
So
You got bongs at the crib.
got bongs at the crib. I really love the bong, but sometimes the maintenance can be a little tough. But this one I can just throw it in the dishwasher.
Man, I remember living in like a shitty apartment in this complex called Seaboard in Atlanta that was like where everybody lived, and having my roommate was a coke dealer, coincidentally, and the smell of me boiling water and putting the carbs in to clean them is coming back to me full circle now, and it's disgusting.
It was part of your Sunday chores every week.
Literally, we would
vacuum, do the dishes, and clean the bong.
We would huff some hash or
huff.
Why can't I think of the name of it?
Keef?
No, like the sticky stuff. It's like heroin, opium. So you'd put I've told you this before. We would put
the sticky stuff. What's it? Oh yeah, literal opium.
Sometimes we get opium, sometimes we get hash, but we would put it on this is how long ago this was, an AOL CD tin. You light it on fire, you get it smoking.
The tin, the metal one, not the plastic one.
Yeah, you get it smoking. You get it smoking, and then
your
you
little
put
saute pan,
and then you put the toilet paper roll.
Yeah,
get you a mouthful, and then you go clean the carbs. And I'll tell you what, the cleaning's a lot more fun when the opium den vibe is going.
So I've never done opium myself, although it looks cool on film and TV. But the vibe seems to be you crawl into a little bed with a curtain, and then you hit the fetal position, and you just kind of like
you
drool.
feel pretty fucking good because I used to
all that is to say, it doesn't get me psyched to start cleaning the house.
No. You also can put it. I would sometimes put it on top of a bowl and just smoke it like that too. But
Cocoa Puffs.
But it is a when you're doing it at an apartment that
I forgot about Cocoa Puffs.
is not the same as like being in a cool 70s conversation pit that's purple carpet.
Right.
It ain't like
you're
that.
in Tyler's guest bathroom at 2:00.
But you used to also be able to with the hash. It was sick because you could roll it up into like a little line, like almost like a line you would snort, and you put it as the kind of
the backbone of the joint.
The backbone of the joint or the blunt. Because we used to also sometimes we did blunts and lean. No Dave, but dipping the blunt and lean is nice.
What is the flavor on that one?
Bad.
Okay.
Bad. Chemical. It does not taste good, but that's not the point. That's not the point.
Right. You got to earn your stripes.
You got to.
It's like I don't want a martini to go down smooth. You need a little bite to it.
I'm saying, looking at this beautiful box from Gotham, all this nicely packaged weed, it brings me back to being in a damn suburban cul-de-sac picking out stems and seeds. You know what I'm saying? We really did this.
Couple of guys from the gutter.
Yeah.
Looks like we made it.
I have gotten out of the mud.
I was speaking of Bon Iver earlier. We went to a listening party for his new album at the Eckhaus listening room at USM.
Which this USM store is fucking nice.
I know. I'm afraid to look at any price tag there.
USM prices aren't that crazy, but like I told you, it's more about it takes so long to get something that it's like you kind of have to.
It's like a Rolex or a Banksy.
You have to forget about it.
Don't wait for it.
You have to forget about it. If you want the burnt orange bed frame with storage underneath, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, but it is cool. I really like all that shit. How much do you think that tissue box costs?
I bet the tissue box is
$300.
300. Probably $5.
Okay, so it's not cheap.
That's a good gift for $5. If it's under 1,000,
crazy gift.
If it's a good gift if it's under a stack, in my opinion.
If the Kleenex cozy is under is $1,000 for the Kleenex.
I'm saying
cozy.
For the right person,
sure,
that would be like an amazing gift.
Get that shit in like Kermit Green.
Yeah.
Give that to who's getting that? It's got to be blonded, bro. Imagine he gets that next to that weird couch. I hate
that fucking Paulin couch. I'm so sick of seeing that fucking couch. You got to climb into the fucking couch. It's stupid.
It's like
you got to climb. You literally got to climb in. Like you could tear a hamstring climbing into the couch.
It's like when you see the people, like the old rich guy who got to get in and out of the Lambo at valet, and you're like, every time you stand up or sit down out of your supercar, you take a month off your life.
Easily. Yeah, but the listening room thing, which I'm obviously skeptical of because I don't care about audio fidelity, was sick.
It felt like, you know that Strokes MTV listening thing where they recreated the Elvis?
It was so sick, yes.
It felt like the NPR version of that.
Yeah, no, totally. But it was like 12 people.
No shade, Bong.
12 people in the room?
Yeah. 12 people in the room, and then the stadium style seating was with the furniture.
Yeah, no, it was really
it was a stage built out of
the whole thing was sick, and then the record's great. I loved it.
Record's great. I was luckily everyone took their shoes off, kind of
didn't love that,
sit on the floor. It was cozy, and I liked it.
What could be better than a cold winter day, walking through Soho and then taking your shoes off, sitting down next to Alison Roman and listening to the new Bon Iver while he's sitting there enjoying it himself. I mean, what is better than that?
The only thing I could really improve on it is if they had a selection of like warm beverages instead of cold.
Okay, like a pot of cider.
Yeah, I mean, I love a cold Pacifico, and I was really grateful that I had one.
They had a good selection of beverages, actually.
He had I think he's got a Happy Dad sponsorship or something. He had the towers behind him.
Oh, he's just like Drewski. You know Justin Vernon just like Drewski. They say Happy Dad pay.
I saw a homeless guy buy a Happy Dad today at the bodega.
Ain't nothing happy about that.
God. He was very happy to acquire.
That's actually fair enough.
He was taken aback by the name, the way I was the first time I heard that there was a brand.
It's
called
a great
Happy
name.
Dad.
It's a genius name.
I fucking hate it,
but it's good. It's better than net spend as far as for marketing purposes.
Slow down. But it was. I can't remember the last time I was at a listening party like that, where it has a much different energy of like when you go to the movie screening or the TV screening, the friends and family, where when it's done, when they play The Bear episode 7, season 3, and everyone is clapping and like, wow, man, it was so good, you killed it. Like, what do you do after? Like, what do you tell Bon Iver? Like, hey, man, album was good. I really liked the structure.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you don't have to go up to Jeremy Allen White and be like, bro, that scene in the third act where you were crying, I tell you, it moved me. It moved me.
You did a good job.
You did a good job, little man.
But Bon agreed it is a little awkward as well, because it's not like, hey, man, it's a working title. We're still getting it cleaned up. You guys are music pros. I'd love some feedback.
It's literally like,
what you do. The goose is already cooked.
We're done. This shit's coming out. We got merch.
But luckily, it's good.
It is good.
And shout out to friend of the show, Jimmy Stack, who's got his
Jimmy
stink
all over
it.
I see them Jimmy fingerprints all over it.
Yeah, I was on the floor. I had my eyes closed, and I was like, that's so Jimmy right there.
Yeah, I like that I feel like sitting on the floor, because you were kind of the last man in. It was the only seat that could hold you. Felt like you were experiencing it differently, like the vibrations.
I was in a bass trap. Is that what you're saying?
I feel like that's what you deserve, kind of. I feel like you can understand. I feel like you can understand a bass trap more than someone like me.
Yeah, like luckily my sonic palette is able to handle. I have the tools to deal with it, whereas some of the less experienced listeners and editors might not be able to pick it up.
I would also like to mention that Alison Roman, who's a huge Bon Iver fan, that's why she was there, brought her own
geeking like a Swiftie.
Brought her own full-size Mountain Valley to the listening.
That's so mama coded.
Which is such a power move, because it doesn't fit in a purse or like a bag. You gotta kind of tote this thing.
It reminds me of the days when people would have the bedazzled Essentia over the shoulder straps.
Yeah, for sure.
It's something that Spidey would have.
Dude, I was watching a Joe Budden clip, and I saw one of the cast members drink out of a Stanley. And I'm like, bro, you are a 50-year-old man from New Jersey drinking out of a Stanley. I just forgot that has gone that far. So it was nice. My point is, it was nice to see somebody doing a classic. I hit the bodega. I mean, Roman probably orders the cases on Amazon Fresh, but
yeah, I mean, I like that Roman has those hard lines drawn. She's very busy. She's successful. She's accomplished a lot. Just had a kid. Her life is hectic, but she's still not going to be a Stanley mom. She's holding tight.
If Roman showed up with a Stanley, it's too much.
She knows that she wouldn't suck a Stanley dick, and that means that she has to walk that same line.
Yeah. And I mean, look.
That's the way it should be too, ladies.
Attached straw, I'm out.
Yeah, it is a little off-putting when you see. I've seen some guys around here, guys that are much tougher than me, hardened New York citizens,
it's crazy,
older than me. They got Vietnam tats on their arm, and they got the little periwinkle joint hoofing down Broadway. I'm like, man, you don't need water that bad.
These are also people that don't care about the environment. It's not like they're doing it because it's like, this is convenient. This is actually great. Like,
it's the same reason why everyone in Palos Verdes just wears Viore pants. Like one guy wore it to one thing one time. He starts at the golf course, then at Whole Foods, then at daycare pickup, and now we're on the flight with the Viores. I can't really talk shit. I do the same thing. But I stopped wearing those types of soft pants on the plane.
I wear a pair of the row pants on the plane. Those are my soft pants. But I want to wear sweatpants because I have a lot of
What color thong?
I have a nice pair. Shut up. I have multiple nice pairs. I have a pair of the Rose sweatpants. I got the Tom sweatpants. I got the Camber sweatpants.
Okay. So you got some high level shit.
I can't wear sweatpants. Like, I hate them. Like, I cannot wear them.
What do you like? What do you not like about sweatpants?
I just need hard pants if I'm out in public. Like, I can't be and the rower.
Well, that's what do you think about the Viore walks the line between a sweatpant and a regular pant?
That's what they think it does.
I think it literally does.
It's the same, but it's the same thing, and it's not hard, regardless. It's not a denim or a canvas.
But like for me, I don't like wearing sweatpants in public because they feel a little unsecure. It feels like I'm wearing a shower cap around the lower half of my body, and my pants could be easily removed from me in an issue of strife. Is it because a lot of male fixations and behaviors are wrapped around your ability to defend yourself against danger.
Yeah,
like Joe Rogan mode.
I'm always defending myself against danger, but I think there's some of that.
I mean, it's like a subconscious thing.
But I just don't think it.
You have to protect your tribe.
I see people doing it all the time that look cool, and then I do it, and I'm like, I look like a fucking idiot.
Look, this is the same way I feel about bucket hats. I put a bucket hat on, and it's just like, no, it just don't work. The geometry, we ran the numbers, and you have not been approved for bucket hat.
But I will say that a bucket hat doesn't. There's less necessity for like sweatpants come up more.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
it's true. The issue, there's never been an issue where a bucket hat would be the best in the situation.
Yeah. Unless you're on stage and it's pouring rain.
So what about even when you're at home chilling with no makeup on? You don't have sweats on with the little shit rolled up right here?
No, I don't wear my Sophies. No, I have.
You got your faded pair of Root sweaties that he's had. I do have a
pair of those, but I have
That's a nice piece.
I have three pairs of Tekla. Tekla makes like a sleep boxer that's like kind of knee length.
Well, you've talked about these,
but I got two new flavors when I went to. I got striped, I got navy, but I got a pink. I got some pink joints.
Okay, killer
for when I'm in Miami. You know what I'm saying? When I'm like looking out,
damn.
When I've got my 4 monitors open, looking at my crypto wallets, and I'm looking out the Bay of Biscayne. I need the pinks. I need the flamingos
because the pink matches the gold Daytona.
Exactly.
In such a way,
just a little something
that other alloys don't.
Just a little something. But those are the best sleeping garment ever made. But you can't wear them in public. I mean, I think some people do because they look like shorts.
But when you're at home, and then we'll move on. When you're at home, is it ever too cold to wear your little booty shorts?
Occasionally.
Like sometimes do you need a full-legged pant?
Yeah, but I'll thug it out because if I put on the UGG slippers with the Tekla shorts, I'm all set.
Okay. And then whoever is in your space gets a show of the goods too.
Yeah, the calves, you mean? Yeah.
Well, that brings me to an interesting question that I was thinking of today when I was at the gym. At what age will you switch from shorts to pants when you work out publicly?
I will never wear pants to work out. I think it's the weirdest thing on earth.
But to me, I was thinking because there was some older people working out there, and I was thinking of when you see like an Elton John or like a Mark Jacobs-y kind of person,
like full tracksuit.
There's a certain age, and maybe it's a gay man trait more than a straight man trait, where you care more about your physical appearance, muscularly speaking. Where at a certain age, you're like, I can't do it anymore. I'm a dignified man of age and status, and I have to, or also I just can't bear to see my bare legs.
I think it's more of the latter because I think that to me, it's more disrespectful to wear pants at the gym than it is to wear. I don't see.
But when you're old and you're wearing pants, there's a 0% possibility that one of your balls is going to drop out. Of the ons.
That is not going to happen in real workout shorts.
It happens in workout shorts every day in the world, Chris.
They're buying the wrong ones then. That don't happen. Nike.
You don't know what it's like being 69, 73 years old.
Drooping.
Things change.
That's fair. I just don't think that when I see people working out in pants, I just don't understand. It just seems bad. It seems like, it's going to make your legs sweaty and shit. It's gross. So just put on shorts. I mean, when it's cold, I have to wear a pair of pants over my shorts and then I take them off.
Right.
But a lot of guys just don't take them off.
Once you're indoor, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you trying to prove by working out in pants?
I don't think they're trying to prove anything. I think they're embarrassed by the way their legs look.
These guys that I see aren't embarrassed about how they look.
What if they have a sort of covered up swastika tattoo that's still
that is a possibility,
or maybe like they were in a car accident, they have like a weird scar.
I think we're talking about very specific possibilities, whereas the regular thing is this guy went to Dartmouth and he's got nice thighs,
and he for some reason wants to keep those beauties under
wraps.
I think
that's why the tights under the shorts trend has died, is because Vuori came around and made the like sweat wicking jogger
right without the worry of appearing gay. And that's a big issue for the Viore clientele.
Viore's entire approach is don't look gay.
Viore, it's not gay.
No, I mean, yeah, the color on these sweat wicking pants is clay, but
It's not gay while you're snot crying.
Yeah,
is the motto.
exactly.
Speaking of gay shit, I wanted to talk about the photo of Luigi. He was recently rolled out for some type of court appearance. I don't know what it was for, but he was wearing like a bulletproof vest over a green cable knit sweater, and people were liking it. But specifically the photo of his shoes with the handcuffs around his ankles seems to be like the horniest photo that I've seen on social media.
He's wearing
in the last
fucking
week.
Macy's loafers. Like, what?
But I think there's something about that combination of just like regular, like American Eagle Outfitter jeans.
Yeah.
No socks, some Dockers, slip-on loafers with like an athletic medium heel. But it's that's that like pure, boring American, all-American kid next door look with the handcuffs on it. Lights a fire inside the girls and the gays.
I'm all
in such
good.
An interesting
I
way.
never want to hear about him again. Like, I'm all set.
I'm fascinated by it.
I'm really not. Like, I'm like, this is not that interesting.
I'm trying to. Well, it's interesting because the attraction power of this person is so strong. Maybe, people talk about the dating epidemics and nobody can find any man, and men aren't doing what they need to do to find the right women. Learn from this guy. Everybody in the world wants to fuck this guy. Figure out what that sauce is and try to do some of that without murder, of course.
But that's the problem. When this guy was a regular guy, he wasn't getting it in like that. No one cared. That's why he shot someone.
I think he was getting it in. He was probably doing okay.
Yeah, I'm sure he's doing okay.
But once you kill a CEO,
look, if you want to get lusted after publicly, kill the president. This is pussy shit. Killing a fucking a defenseless CEO of a corporation, that's easy.
Well, I would say when you kill the president, the possibility of you ever getting out of jail.
Luigi Mangione ain't ever getting out of jail. Puffy's gonna get off before Luigi gets off.
Just that sentence. If you went back to 22-24 and like in a year from now you're gonna say this sentence, Puffy's gonna get off before Luigi gets off, and everyone in the world is gonna know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly what I'm talking about.
Two of the biggest news stories in the world.
I love it. Times have changed.
All I'm saying is, like, subconsciously, you kill the president. You know that there is 0.0% chance that this person's ever gonna get out of jail. So you might as well start forgetting about them because you're never gonna see him again. Whereas at least for now, we know that this trial is going to be long and drawn out because it gets eyeballs and
that's true.
they want to see it. So just the fact that there is a 1% chance that at some point he is going to be freed from jail, even if it is in 30 years.
He's going to have some
baddies. He's going to have some
baddies writing him letters and coming in for visits.
I don't think anyone can come in for a visit. You can definitely get, I'm sure he's received many letters from baddies.
I think they can come in and visit once he's like for real in prison and it's been like 10 years.
I don't know the rules, but I feel like you have to like have some sort of relationship with this person in real life.
Well, I mean, you might have to get married, which people do.
Yeah, you'd have to literally marry somebody before they can come in.
These crazy hoes will do that. They don't care. They'll marry this guy, thirsty ass.
But how many women can he marry?
I don't know.
Or gay.
I was gonna say. I think he would rather have.
Could you imagine marrying somebody and then you meet him and their profile pic is different?
Chef, you're like, you don't look anything like your picture. Your nose is way bigger.
Yo, marriage catfished.
That's a very rare occurrence, but could happen in this case.
Yeah, it's Love is Blind type shit. Let's see here.
I was watching it last night.
Love is Blind?
There's a new season. It's in Minneapolis. The accents are kind of killing me.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. It's like Canadian, but worse.
I can't see your balls there. I wish I could. What else did we do? Okay, we went. I ate at Bridges, ate at Penny. Yummy. We went to Jeans. Had a great dinner there. lobster rolls. We had 12 lobster rolls.
Mini.
They're mini.
They're bite size.
They're bite size. And then also a couple rounds of lobster bisque shooters.
And there were at the
I have
end.
a great photo of you holding up the contraption that houses all of these lobster shooters.
It had a nice barbell style grip. Actually, it was good.
It
but
did.
is the weren't there also espresso martini shots before we went downstairs?
Mm-hmm. And that is fun. That gets the party started.
So, can you tell me what is that? Like, do you think do you think they're making full size espresso martinis and then portioning them out, or do you think it's like a shot of espresso and we dump a little vodka in there?
No. They batch that out beforehand.
What is in an espresso martini?
It's
no one knows.
I think the recipes vary wildly, but it's usually a coffee liqueur.
Okay.
Sometimes real espresso, sometimes no. They often don't have any caffeine in it at all. And then, like a vodka or another hard alcohol, sometimes like chocolatey stuff, sometimes some fruity kind of shit in there.
People get them with tequila too now, right?
People get them with tequila. So everyone kind of has their own recipe, and it does vary. And then, shake it up and put some beans on top for garnish.
Oh.
I mean, people have been drinking Kahlua mudslides and Irish coffees forever. It's a delicious flavor. And Kahlua, a White Russian, Black Russian, love those.
I haven't seen a White Russian in a long time.
The Prince in Koreatown in LA has my favorite White Russian. Just perfect.
What's in a White Russian?
It is Kahlua, vodka, and milk.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And a Black Russian is Kahlua and vodka on the rocks. I used to drink those.
What?
That's a real...
What phase of your life?
When I was a Slavic housewife, I guess. I don't know. No, it would be a consolation when I really wanted a White Russian, and then the bar would not always have a fresh gallon of milk on hand. Those, or I don't want to drink milk from this type of place.
Yeah, you were definitely going to places where I would want to drink milk from. But that's just a crazy... I feel like the furthest I got was like a screwdriver,
The furthest you got into mixology?
Yeah, like I just find like a White Russian was never even a possibility of something I would drink.
Oh yeah.
Whereas a screwdriver was like popular.
Yes.
Screwdriver
is much more popular.
I mean, it's obviously easier to handle for most people.
That was one of the first things I ever got drunk on. I'm an OJ lover though.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I don't know if that was
one from a barajo.
I don't even know if that was OJ that was in those screwdrivers that I was having, but it was orange.
It was liquid orange product.
Liquid orange product.
And shout out to all the people that played with us at the party at Jeans, Jacques Green and Ludwig Hurtado and Barclay. Everyone did a great job. Thank you to them.
And that place was fucking packed.
Yeah, it was great.
Like I haven't been in a situation like that in a very long time.
Me too. And I was saying earlier, I was really excited until I remembered that the club goes till 4 in New York, and my body's just not used to that. And I was thinking about how so many DJs, like if you really want to be a successful touring DJ, you have to be okay with just hours that destroy you.
Living a different sort of lifestyle.
But then I was thinking about Jamie XX, and he's sort of figured out a way to organize his live performances and still have like a manageable schedule. Like I'm going to DJ from like 10 till 12. Maybe I'll hit the after party. Maybe I'll just go get dinner with my friends.
I think because you can get to a level of popularity where it's more of a ticketed performance, and there's kind of time restraints around that. More, but
he could be doing the sunrise set in Ibiza for fucking $500,000 or whatever. But he's like, no, I'm good. I don't want to go to bed at 11 a.m.
No, I don't understand. I honestly cannot wrap my head around it.
A lot of people are just straight up built for it. They're like, this is the only thing I care about. I love it so much, and I'm willing to just do whatever.
I was talking to Aaliyah, the manager of Jeans, the club, and I was like, so what's if you close, what's the vibe? She's like, oh, I live in Jersey City, so I get off, I don't know, I'll probably get home about 6. I take the train back. Sun is rising in the summer. It's beautiful. I set an alarm and sleep for 5 hours, 6 hours, or I just let it rock, depending on how I'm feeling. Like, that is...
I love letting it rock with like, well, no sleep today.
No. I mean, letting it rock. Like I woke up at 4 p.m.
Oh, got it.
Like instead of setting an alarm.
Sometimes I'll sleep and then get some stuff done in the daytime, and sometimes I'll just be like, I'm waking up at 6 p.m. type.
But I feel like if it's your only job, it's fine because you don't have to. Like, what does a DJ have to do during daylight? Nothing.
DM chicks, I guess that's it.
No, they have to hit the studio. They're all producers too.
New York wise, I've noticed dorky dudes are wearing wallaby Clarks, and unglamorous women are wearing fur coats everywhere.
Well, it's been cold as fuck. It's been really nice the last 2 days.
I know. It was cold as fuck last year, and it wasn't like that.
Wallabies have always...
I think Carolyn said it's ALD.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm sure they've done like collabs with wallabies or Clarks.
No. They haven't actually. I think it's just that shoe comes back around.
Yeah, but every year there's a New York shoe and a New York jacket and a New York.
No, but
everything.
the Clarks are in America. They're kind of like a dorky, preppy guy. Like I'm from Boston shoe. That's what it always has been. Like you might think of it as like a Wu-Tang thing.
Maybe it's
sure.
Maybe it's different.
It's the East Coast. East Coast. It's very like private school. Like it's not Anglophile at all.
Well, I believe you. And I live in LA, so I don't know as well as you would know. But I also have come to New York multiple times every year for the last 20 years, and this is the first time I've seen this specific type of dude wearing the Wallies.
It's the same guy who's wearing like a Barber. It's just like there's more of them.
Yeah, like the guys that have the something ranch hats.
Oh yeah,
what is it called? Stedman?
Siegelman Stable.
Siegelman, yeah.
One of the worst. I mean, there's so many. Every hat is like Siegelman Stable Country Club Tennis Polo Association. You know that shit is crazy because it's not stopping.
It's the Oberg effect, dog.
I mean, sort of.
She's the Osiris of this shit.
But it's just like it's like really. Also, those we've talked about this before, but those unflattering hats. Those hats are so unflattering. The high crown with the little fucking braided. You look like a fucking idiot. Mm-hmm. Like you look like you look like you clean golf courses in the 80s. Like it's not cool. I don't understand those hats. I don't get it. Like you either wear like a dad hat or you wear a fucking New Era fitted. Those are the two styles that you're allowed to wear.
Yeah, but sometimes the New Era fitted can get a little too round.
Oh, I'm not saying I would ever wear a New Era fitted. I'm saying the two types of approved hat styles are dad hat and New Era fitted. Anything else in a baseball hat setting we ain't doing that.
But you famously hate a mesh trucker, though.
I think a mesh trucker is...
But I think there's hybrid versions of it now. But
the one that you wear that's more of a dad hat but with a trucker back, I do like. I don't like the chrome heart sits up 6 inches on your head.
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher style. Mm-hmm. But it's man, people look crazy. Fur coats are insane, and they're probably fake too. So it's like flammable.
I mean, they're all. I'm assuming they're all fake now in 2025.
Definitely not. Any girl we know that wears a fur is from her rich mother or grandmother.
I think there's a lot of brands that make good fake fur coats now.
We ain't wearing fake fur. You're wearing because the
who's we?
I ain't fucking with that. The way to get around it is vintage, and the best way to do that is because your mom had one in the 80s.
So
floor length.
It sounds like fake fur is like your Viore. That's your...
No, I just think if you're going to wear fur, if you want the look, then get the look for real.
But what if you're able to recreate the look and the feel of it so well that it is a good substitute for humanity, humane reasons? Like, what if at one point the Impossible Burger really was indistinguishable in mouthfeel and flavor from real beef? Then at that point,
that's too far. That's what I think. I think a fake fur is because no one's doing that because it's like I love animals or it's sustainable. They're doing it because they can't afford a real one, or it's more of like a trend thing and they want to wear it one season and not. Like,
I don't think that's 100. I think that is true for some situations, but I think there are a lot of people who are not able to wear real fur in good faith.
They ain't listening to this podcast. We got minks listening to this.
I have My demographic is a little more humane.
I don't think that's true at all. But I don't even think it's a humane. I think that I think buying a new fur is crazy. Like a new real that's like insane.
Where do you even buy new fur?
Oh, there's furriers all over New York. That's you can definitely go uptown and buy a fur right now if you got 10 bands.
Oh, okay, good to know.
You could definitely go buy a fur. Go buy a fur.
The word furrier is fun, isn't it?
It is really fun. I'm also very interested in how they store furs because it's a very profitable, like storing furs is like a big thing in this part of the country.
Like the way people will store their
Yeah, it has to be like temperature
the wine,
controlled.
Cars and furs.
You
else,
you
jewelry?
send it there for the summer, whatever. Like the warmer months, it's held in like a facility that is temperature controlled, and then you pick it up in the winter.
I mean, that seems like a lot of fucking work. For a jacket.
If you have, they're really expensive and valuable if you have real ones.
And it does feel quite nice, doesn't it? But it feels wrong.
I think it feels wrong, but I also think that there's a world where I'm just like, it's like carrying a fake Louis Vuitton handbag. Like, get a life. Either get the real one or don't have one. It's fine. Like we've all done stuff like that when we were younger. But once you're of a certain age, it's like if I know it's fake, I don't like it.
Yeah, true.
But
also with leather is the same. If you really think about it, leather is just an animal skin. The way that fur is an animal skin.
That's true.
So, how much do you really care? But that's, an age-old vegan argument that we've all had for years.
It is. I mean, God.
Cats and dogs have all the luck, as they say.
There's nothing better than having to find vegan leather shoes. Really, really something, really a lot of cool stuff out there.
Especially in my style. It's impossible.
Yeah. I can't remember what vegan... there were definitely... I guess Doc's probably made some. I feel like there were like some brands that made...
Yeah, for like dress shoes. You would have to just go to like cheap places.
Yeah, you get the shittiest ones.
You'd have to go to
fake,
like Payless.
Yeah.
Because they're so fake. What else was I gonna say? We have On Air Fest with Jason Isbell. Thanks for podding with us. We did a live show. It was cool.
Jason was fun, bro. Jason was up for it on Friday.
Jason Isbell, not Jason me.
Yeah,
but he was up for it.
He was more up for it than you were. But at 11 a.m., two sober guys are going to be more up for anything at 11 a.m.
That's true.
Than you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, getting on stage at 11 a.m., I'm not used to that.
But he pulled up with
it's just so bright.
He pulled up with a very nice, that Prada, brown suede Prada bag that his girlfriend had gotten him as a gift.
Too strong for too long.
And I was like, that is nice, bro.
Get a crunk in here.
Yeah, you look rich with that. That's nice.
Yeah, he had that little shit on, and that's what I like about Isbell, is it's like, you and Gunna are the only millionaire musicians that can pull this male musicians.
Yeah. How does that work? No, I agree.
I agree. Uzi maybe could pair something, but he'd make it too much. But like, he really had
Uzi would put charms on it. Isbell came in raw.
Yeah. He came just that brown chocolate suede,
so nice,
super soft. Like the bag kind of. It holds itself up, but it also is falling over itself.
It's a little floppy.
It's so soft it can't support its own weight.
That supple suede. But yeah, it was fun. And I think I still don't understand what On Air Fest is, and who it's for. But we did get an update from Ian that basically like the room. When I was looking around the room, I was like, "Who are these people?" And then Ian let me know that those were advertisers that wanted to re-up their deals with How Long Gone after seeing it. So it's all worth it then.
Yeah, we sold a lot of business in the room.
I didn't. I literally, he was like, bro, you shouted out Squarespace, and they were literally there. And
really?
Boom, yeah, let's go.
It's just that easy, huh?
I feel like most people. I guess I don't see enough podcast or like think about it enough to know if other people do stuff like that, like make a joke about the brand or talk about it when it's not being paid for.
Yeah, it's sort of a common trope in the podcast space. We're obviously guilty of it.
Totally.
But, in the same style of like saying friend of the show or friend of the pod, a lot of people will make a joke about, a BetterHelp promo code or whatever.
I just feel like
it's very low-hanging fruit, and it's almost irresistible when the opportunity arises.
These are the people that keep this podcast free. I want to shout them out as much as I can.
No, I'm just saying it feels hacky that I keep doing it. It's more of an assessment of my own comedy.
I don't even think it's funny. I think it's a necessity.
Yeah.
I don't think it's even.
It's just baseline. It's a part of everything.
Yeah, it's just
everyday
part of
life.
it's part of the whole thing. But yeah, that shit is just. I mean, I just really would like to go around and ask 100 people there what they do for a living to get a gauge of, because I really like if I go to stuff like that. If you go to South by Southwest or you go to like you're like, oh, okay, this is like, I get it. These are all,
A&R, booking, management,
yeah.
blah blah blah. Everyone's at their own tables, conclave style, and then this one is like, oh, well, text-based, data-driven solutions.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
the other guy's like, I do ring lights.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
all over the place. But God bless them, and thanks for having us. It was fun. I'm glad we did it.
Yeah, I'm glad we did it too. Those are always fun. But I really wanted to, I don't know, part of me wants to do like a TED Talk style talk about, state of the union of podcasting with other podcast people and just like talk about the future of it. You're probably not interested in it, but
Those people might be.
a symposium.
But I
of
also
sorts.
think that would just be some guy coming up and talking about how AI is going to change podcasting for an hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then it would be cool to hear another person who disagrees with him argue.
That's not what these are for. I know what you mean, and I do think there's benefits there, but these
But
things...
in a positive...
Yeah.
We're not trying to hate on each other, but it's just spirited discourse.
I don't think anything spirited is happening there is my problem.
In the young man's Yale club or whatever they were talking to us about, let's do something like that.
Let's get up there and do something
I want
like
a
that.
gavel.
Oh God! I'll tell you one thing I'm the least concerned with is the future of podcasting. That's one thing I've never thought about.
Feeling good about it?
Never thought about it. Never thought about it one time.
Well, I was thinking about New York sandwiches, about how I always sort of curl up and turn my brain off when thinking about where I'm going to go eat in New York because there's so many choices. I usually I just want a bodega sandwich, but there's a bodega over here that has the classic funny names for sandwiches, and I was thinking about actually buying one of them because the sandwich does sound good. But I'm gonna read some names for you. There's a sandwich number 24 called the Union Pool.
Wow,
which is a New York, Brooklyn staple.
What is it? I bet this deli originates from Brooklyn.
That's a possibility.
It must.
I mean, it's two guys who don't speak English, who never listened to any Death from Above 1979.
Yeah.
They have no idea who Passion Pit is at all. They're Pakistan Pit. So that's the only thing that would make sense, is if they used to be in Williamsburg. There's a sandwich called Sorry Ladies, a sandwich called Predator, and then Mr. Sucio, which means dirty in Mexican. So weird stuff. But the one sandwich,
what sounds good?
It's right below the Butterface. It's eggs, bacon, cheese, avocado, sprouts, and tomatoes. It's kind of like a hippie sandwich. Add bacon.
Yeah.
The Gay Boy Veggie. The Gay Boy Veggie has bacon on it.
Gay Boy Veggie, Gay.
Gay Boy Veggie.
Man, that is cool as hell.
I know. But then I was talking to Andre and my brother about it, and I was like, wait a minute, like a hippie sandwich, avocado, sprouts, whatever kind of sandwich, add bacon, sounds pretty good. It sounds like something I would want to enjoy.
Yeah.
So then I was thinking about how it's going to feel to walk into this bodega in 10 minutes and say, I would like the Gay Boy Veggie, and to see how he responds. Is he going to be like, all right, cool, Gay Boy Veggie coming right up?
No, see,
or is somebody behind me going to be like, what the fuck did he
No, this
say?
is the trick. This is why they number them. So you just say, I want the 24, and you don't have to say Gay Boy Veggie out loud.
But you know me.
I know. I'm saying
there's no possibility where I don't ask.
But my
for
point
it
is
by
that's
name.
why they have the wild names. It's because
it doesn't matter.
You have an option. Yeah.
Okay, I don't care if this, whatever it's called. I just want the 11. Okay, good to know. Is there anything else? Is that it?
I think that's it. I mean, I'm going to LA tomorrow. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, how long are you gonna be in town for?
It's Monday through Friday. I'm going to tap in an ATL after. I haven't been to Atlanta, I feel like, in forever, so I'm very excited to go
Okay.
for the weekend.
Are you gonna do anything in Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Just build with fam?
I'm gonna go to Elmira with Ezra. I'm gonna go to Kimball House. I'm gonna watch my nieces play basketball, which is interesting because it's
How old are they now?
4 or 5, so they can't really do it's a very it's a chaotic experience, but my mom really wants me to see it, which is gonna fuck up my Barry's schedule, but whatever.
Did you see if they could move the game time?
Hey, I have a class, right? So if you guys could just do this like an hour later.
It's for Uncle Chris.
It's for Uncle Chris. Yeah, that's it.
Uncle Chris has a very important workout.
Yeah, I'm excited. I haven't been in LA in a while either, so I'm excited to. Also,
it's gonna be warm.
I'm like, I kind of need it. I never really feel like that, but
you need a tan. You're looking clear.
Well, I'm doing something in LA where I feel like I'm gonna be standing around in a lot of parking lots. You know what I'm saying? So I might have to
very King of the Hill style.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
You're boomhowering.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just kind of catch some rays while I'm in Studio City looking at a ledge for 4 hours.
Okay, so he's dropping a lot of tells right now. What he's gonna be doing?
Yeah, it's. I mean, we'll see. It's gonna be interesting.
It's fun.
It's gonna be fun.
Okay. Well, we can hang out in LA. We can go.
Let's do it
to a meeting or something. You're gonna go have a meeting with someone.
Oh, I thought you were making an AA joke.
Oh. I mean, I totally support you if that's something that you need to do. But if I go to an AA meeting, I might fuck around and get sober. And then what?
Imagine if you went to one meeting, like Pauly's speaking and he invites you and you go and you're like, that's it.
Yeah. That's what I'm afraid of.
It's good to know it's good to know that that's even around there. The possibility.
Oh, yeah. Why is it good to know that?
Just because, actually, I've said this before, but you're the most measured alcohol and drug user I've ever been around, and that's obviously because I've been around a lot of people who are not.
You measured me down, mama.
It's still impressive.
Blessing and a curse, you know what I mean? But you see videos and interviews with people and guys at some point in their life, even if they're not alcoholics, who are in danger.
Like, we're wrapping it up.
Yeah, like as soon as I turn 50, or I haven't had booze in 8 years, kind of thing, and then you get on the gummy train. I wonder when that's going to come.
You're on it now.
No, I still drink.
Oh, I see. Oh, you mean
at some point
you give up one for the other.
When I start wearing pants at the gym and stop drinking, that's when Unc has become old head.
Gummy head. He's going gummy head. Thank you for listening.
Gummy head until I pass out.
HowLongGone.com is the website. Yeah, thank you to Jeans for hosting us. Thank you to On Air Fest, our Talk House family.
Thank you for being an inclusive space for dance music, Jeans.
Thank you to the Standard East Village for housing Jason. And
thank you to Gotham for the Eckhaus Bong. I can't wait to rip my Maui Wowie.
Oh, we didn't even talk about going to Mission Chinese last night, which was delicious.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Chef.
I'd only been there once, and it was probably like 8 years ago. When it like wasn't really a real restaurant.
For that being my hangover meal, we woke up and got a bowl of pho and some espresso, and then went to Mission Chinese for dinner. And then the first thing that he dropped was like a
healing broth.
A healing broth for all of us. And after that, I was just
when he brought me the vegetarian pumpkin broth, and I'm not a broth guy.
Right.
That shit was smacking.
Yeah. I took a photo of it. Not super flattering. We'll see if I could clean it up in post.
You can just cut me out of it. All right. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week with more podcasts.
Bye-bye.